everyone, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
And I'm Zero, and today in Anime Reaction, watch the third episode of Mahou Shoujo Ikusei Keikaku.
If you want to check out our reaction to the third episode of Mahou Shoujo Ikusei Keikaku, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you'd like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So, yeah, before we get into what happened in this episode, let's go ahead and talk about what happened in our comment section in the last episode.
Boy, did y'all have a lot to say.
Indeed.
But let's start off by talking about Metakula, who put in a comment that said that the voice actor for Nemarine is also the voice actor for Anne from Anne Happy.
Oh.
She has a tendency to voice act the unluckiest girls.
Yeah, but at least in Anne Happy, no one dies.
She also mentioned, Metakula also mentions that at least she's having more luck in scorching ping pong girls.
Well, that's a much more cheerful series. Yeah.
But other things that we wanted, there was something that we did find a lot in our comment section. It was an actual discussion on the death of Nemarine.
Yeah. Gun and Laser said that, to be honest, I didn't feel that much for Nemarine. I only saw her for less than half an episode, and didn't feel like her death or the events leading up to it made it very impactful at an emotional level.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're not going to bond with a character over one episode, but Nemarine was the realistic choice given how death kind of works in this world. She didn't get any magical candies. She's bottom of the table. Thanks for coming out.
Pretty much. I do think that they did a fantastic job of attempting.
They certainly tried, and they kind of had to, knowing that she was going to be the first one to bite the dust, but there's only so much you can do.
Another thing that actually happened was, let's see, who said it? Scrolling.
Zero forever scrolling.
Right?
Scrolling. Comments.
I had it saved.
Anyway, so
but yeah, obviously everyone's still kind of reeling from Nemarine's demise, and bit of a nasty plot twist here. Everyone finds out the truth this episode.
Yeah, okay, well, so as far as like Nemarine's death in the previous episode goes, I think for me what really got me was just kind of how real it was. Like it wasn't the over the top, like
it wasn't standard anime death.
Well, yeah, it wasn't the over the top anime death. It wasn't like the over the top like Monica death, because those were very over the top. It was just she had her powers taken away, and she had a heart attack and died. Like that's like very real.
Powers were taken away. Yeah, she decided to view like one last stream, and then the lights just went out.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think what got me even more than just her death was her mother. Her mother coming into the room.
That's one of the things that was actually pointed out in the comment section. I forgot who actually said it, but
I was replying to Gun and Laser.
I think there was someone else who said it too. Who they felt more impactful with the mother coming in and finding him. It might have just been you, but it's still one of those that, yeah, Nemarine's death on her own, if it was just left at that, it probably wouldn't have been as impactful.
Maybe not,
but showing her mother discovering her body was very...
It made it more brutal than depressing, I think. Made the scene a little bit more soul-crushing. I mean, unfortunately, that's the way it kind of is with death. It's you feel the impact more from the survivors.
Yeah, Ghastly Entertainment definitely shares our view on that. Yeah.
Enough.
Anyway, as DK pointed out, in this episode, everybody finds out the truth, which I actually was very surprised about. I was surprised that they figured it out that quickly.
Yeah, because you show a scene early on with Ripple looking at her little phone and catching a news story there. And I was thinking, okay, she's going to kind of look into it on her own and then maybe share information or not.
I thought that it might be after 2 or 3 of them had left.
Okay.
Because then it's a lot easier to be like, wait a minute.
I see a pattern.
Every single time that somebody gets their magical girl powers removed, either a girl or a young woman dies that same night.
In our area.
In our area, probably via heart attack, like it said that Nemu died.
Yeah.
Which a 24-year-old having a heart attack is actually
Very
likely.
I actually think that it is even harder for a woman to get a heart attack at that age.
I think so, yeah.
Compared to that.
Somebody that young having a heart attack is very, very unusual.
But
it's not impossible, but it is unusual.
I think Nemrine was a very special case because she was a NEET. She was a shut-in, and she didn't have real friends that was tied to the game. Like, I don't think that anybody in the game actually met her. As we started cutting down more and more, the next death would have impacted somebody else in the game, because at this point there's going to be somebody who knows the person
Someone
who
else.
died.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, that might be a good kind of directorial call there. You start off with the least impactful death, and then you escalate as the series progresses.
Yeah.
Or at least they might not know each other in real life, but there's definitely more relationships. There's definitely more, like, say rulers
minions.
Yeah.
Rulers minions. Say the dog girl. She's up next, right? And so as a last thing, come, you guys should come by and have dinner or something like that. And of course that doesn't happen. Now there are other girls in the tournament now. I'm going to say tournament just because it's basically what it is. It's cutting people down from the bottom. But this whole thing that's going on, I totally lost my train of thought.
Train of thought derailed.
Completely.
But I sort of see what you're saying here. I mean, the more, the more time that passes, the more time there is for bonds to establish between our remaining magic girls. So again, I mean, each successive death is going to be more and more impactful, not only to the viewer, if they're anything as brutal, if not more so than Nemrine's demise, but to the girls themselves, which will make the scenes only more brutal. Damn you, White Fox.
No, it's Lurche.
Lurche.
You would think that this was a White Fox anime.
You would think, right?
The other magical girl one is White Fox.
Right.
The cheerful one.
The very cheerful one, though. The almost a piss take of the genre one.
What?
Strike it, reverse it.
Yeah.
You would think.
So this episode we get a lot with Ruler's group. Mostly the dog girl and
the two little scheming
twins.
angel twins.
Who has a really cool ability, but at the same time, it's pretty useless. It's pretty hard
Quite
to deal
useless.
with. She's able to scratch the ground and just make a divot.
Yeah, just dig. That's what her dog ability is, to dig.
I guess it could be useful for setting up a trap, maybe.
That thing's huge!
But these girls can jump long distances and fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like I forgot the character's
Unless
name.
she can fill in the land like just as quickly, which is
Kind of like Gaara, just crushing underneath the earth.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. Then she'd be more
But
like a
yeah,
mole
her dog
character.
power, it's to dig holes. It's not like heightened senses or
Like heightened sense of smell or hearing. That'd be
anything
cool.
like that.
Yeah, or like lycanthropy. Or anything, yeah, useful. Yeah, she's kind of like I forgot the character's name, but she's like the character in Battle Royale who got the fork as a weapon.
Right.
You know, pathetic, you know, pretty much like least popular anyway. And now you're in a do or die situation and you get the most useless thing to aid your survival. Poor bastard. Oh, yeah, poor girl, poor girl.
And then towards the end of the episode, there's a update to the system that says that they can transfer magic candies to each other.
Transfer. With only the most sarcastic of air quotes.
Yeah, basically, because it's like, well, you can transfer, but you can also have all your magical candies transferred while your device is off.
He.
That makes no goddamn sense.
Now, it makes sense if you're a murderous psychopath like Fav is. Steal
No,
from each other.
I can almost understand, you know, the thought process here, because it is kind of twofold. You know, it would allow people to team up easier.
Okay.
But
I don't hate the transfer of the magical candies thing,
I hate that they can basically be stolen with this mechanic.
basically.
and I don't think that the stealing of the candies is what should have been that really dark aspect. Me, if I was put into this situation, I'd probably go hunt the next guy up. If there is no possible way that I can keep up with the next guy up, I'm going to make sure that the next guy up doesn't get in my way again.
If you're like in the bottom half of the...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at that point,
like
it's-
if I'm the one that's going to die tonight,
right.
because at the end we are also told that tonight is the
It is the popularity ranking, so someone's going to bite the
no
dust.
the
No, I think
candy
that
ranking.
would. At the end of the episode, that night is the candy ranking.
Right.
The popularity ranking they were talking about is on that third-party site,
Oh, okay.
the
Okay.
sightings
Yeah.
site.
All right. So after this battle, then it'll be decided.
But if I was put in this situation tonight, I have realized that I am not gonna make it. You know, I'm fairly positive that the guy that's right above me is not gonna make it at all. Yeah, I'd probably try to take out as much competition as I could.
Just to get back into the you get to live category.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But at the same time, I wouldn't be attacking like the top person or anything. I would be going after somebody who's just slightly better than me.
Just
Because
enough
at
to
the
get
end of
you.
the day, it's only the bottom person who loses.
That is true.
So,
I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you.
pretty much. I wouldn't be like straight up going for the most powerful person.
Well, I
That's-
guess that this actually does make sense, because if you just kill the person, it actually doesn't help your standing with the candies. That is something that I just realized.
That is true. If they die, they're just out of the game. I guess their candies dissipate.
Yeah.
Because you saw when Nemarine died, her device disappeared. So the device disappears, you can't steal their candy.
Well, no, the point is that you overpower the person and then take their device from them forcefully.
Right.
Then transfer their
candy
candies
over.
Then they're the person who dies.
Well, I mean,
That's the idea, I think.
if they're gone, then they're not on the ranking table anymore anyway. So I guess the second best
You
person
wouldn't
would
kill
be
them.
at the top.
You would wait for Fav to kill them. Like, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't outright kill the person. You would just overpower them, take their device, and steal their candies. And then the candy ranking would come out, and they'd be the person who loses. And then you've already seen that they're automatically kicked out of the chat room. So it's not like they can go tell somebody, "Hey, this person's targeting people who are high on the board.
Right.
You need to watch your ass." So.
But I guess that this does make a little bit more sense because before this update, that kind of that kind of violence actually wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Like, period. Because you wouldn't be able to just take candies. So yeah.
But now that it does, Queen and her minions are...
Yeah, the only way that it would work is if you like overpowered the person and then held them captive so that they couldn't earn any candy. But that's the only way it would work.
Actually, that might lead to an interesting theory. What if that's what Queen is doing to her minions?
Ruler?
Or Ruler, right.
No, Ruler seems like she's
just using...
Well, Ruler seems like she's trying to get as many of her minions up into the top 8.
Well, she's in good position to do so right now.
She seems like she's obviously a really haughty character, but she seems like she does actually care about her minions.
To a degree.
To a degree. Like, obviously she's abusive, calls them idiots, but she doesn't want any of them to die. Or even before they found out about that, she doesn't want any of them to stop being magical girls.
Yeah.
She wants to have the most powerful group, basically.
Let's bring them all to the
And
top.
if you have, let's see, her, Swim, the two twins, and the dog girl, that'd be 5 out of the top
5 and 8.
that are under her control.
Try to form a big block at the top.
And then I'd probably round the other ones with who's that flying one again?
Top speed.
Oh, top speed.
Top speed.
Not top gear, top speed.
Not very top speedy.
Yeah, when it's like, okay, I'll get you to the mountain really quickly. Oh, geez. Don't go too quick. I might fall off.
Might fall off and falling asleep.
But yeah, I'd probably round the rest of it out with top speed, that outlaw person, and
Calamity Mary.
As far as who I think is going to make the top 8, I don't think that all of Ruler's group is going to make it. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Ruler is the only one who does make it.
Yeah, I said it during the reaction. I think Tama is in prime position to bite the dust after this upcoming battle. Just because, she's the guy with the fork.
Pretty much. But I also wouldn't be shocked if she ends up sticking around a lot longer than you would expect. Maybe out of sheer dumb luck.
Well, actually, truth be told, the guy with the fork does survive a fair bit into Battle Royale. So, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if she ends up hanging around for a lot longer than
just because she's aligned with the right people.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the twins bites the dust.
Okay.
Then if one of the twins... Yeah,
Actually,
that's kind of interesting. Are they, linked? Or do they count as separate magical girls?
Magic girls, but they have the same exact power. Well, it should be on a player-by-player basis, so I'd imagine that they're separate players.
Yeah, so...
So, that would be a brutal scene right there.
Right.
Huh.
And then if one of them dies, does the other one have the determination to keep going? Or does she just kind of shut down and
that would be
the next person who dies?
An interesting development, because right now they're sort of they're little scheming bastards, both of them, but they're kind of cheery about it, kind of comical side villains. It would be interesting to see if one of the twins dies, that the surviving one just gets just totally morose over it.
And then you gotta think, how would that affect their families?
Oh,
Have one die the week after the other?
Ooh. Oh.
brutal.
Are you sure this is a lurching anime? This definitely sounds like a White Fox work.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I don't expect Olive Ruler's group to make it.
That is, yeah. Just because
I
there's so
expect the
many.
headphones girl to make it.
Swim.
Some. I expect her to make it.
Interesting. Okay. Probably because she's like so close to leader, perhaps. Kind of her right-hand woman.
She's one of those. She's one of those just straight-faced characters that usually just come in at the last second and just be like,
Clutch.
and just like out of nowhere, you're like,
Just
I did not expect that. Just, yeah.
Okay. Just like, reliable in the clutch.
No,
Always willing to come.
kind of one of the ones that you would. God, I'm trying to think of the word. The one that kind of lays low.
Okay.
Like you'd expect one of those characters to be like, just do enough just to be like a few spots above the bottom each week.
Right.
And then like the last week just come through and be like second place or whatever.
Okay. She could turn into almost, it seems a bit dark, but with the series anything goes, a sort of assassin-like character for Ruler. Given her ability, she can swim through any surface as if it were water. Damn. Oh man, imagine how useful that is for sneaking around.
Oof.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I think we should probably have a completely separate video on what we think this anime is gonna go. Like who we think is gonna win, all the like characters, stuff like that. Like we actually go deep into this one freaking anime.
Actually, yeah. Like try to predict who's going to win.
Yeah.
In the end, or the order they're all going to bite the dust.
Yep. I don't know. That might be interesting. Might be something for next week. Might be something for, I don't know.
Yep.
Might be something right now.
But let us know what you thought of this anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.
If you want to check out previous reactions that we've done for this series, go ahead and hit this link.
And here's a podcast where we talk about all the anime that we're watching this season.
If you want to take a break from watching us react to anime, check out OS Gaming, our new gaming channel.
And if you'd like to help support us, go ahead and hit this link. It'll take you over to our Patreon page.